We are back again with another episode of the Feuding Bros, the show where we talk about everything football. As usual, I'm here with Freddie and Terry. Yo, what's going on, man? What are you telling me?
Man, living life, man, living life, living the life. But yeah, man, just enjoying the football, staying busy, and yeah, nothing new, man. What about you guys?
Yeah, mainly enjoying the football. It's about to end, so a little bit of a sad note on there, but otherwise, all good, all good. Just excited for Sunday. A lot going on Sunday, and then there's been a lot of news going around. That's so exciting. I can't wait to get into the news, man. Club news.
The club
So
news,
yeah,
yeah,
let's just take it step by step. Yeah, we're gonna dive into the Euros today, and hopefully we have a nice final on Sunday.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. Yeah. So yeah, like you said, we're gonna be talking about the Euros today. Getting to the business end of the tournament. Uh, and the final. We've had the semifinals the other days, and fire, just fire football in both games. And we're gonna just give a little reaction and then give a little preview for the final. I think who is gonna win it after a packed summer of action. All right,
Yeah.
guys, let's get into it then. Let's start with the first game of the day, which was the Spain France game. Guys, what a game that was!
What
Oh
a
yeah,
game!
oh yeah.
What a game! Go for it. You start.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was definitely a good game. I think we can all agree, and a little bit lost for words even on that because very entertaining game. We all expected it to be a tough game. Surprisingly, very open. I mean, to some extent, obviously, we expected France to close things down a little bit, but I trusted, and I think a few of us trusted, Spain to break that defense and managed to get it through. And guess what? They did it. It was amazing to me. I think France just didn't have any answers. Up front, offensively, they just there was not much. I mean, everybody was banking on Mbappe showing up. We didn't see that. Um, wow, it was just a great. It was a final before a final, pretty much. That's what I can say. Great game. You know, wasn't locked down. That's what I really liked about it. And the big stars, at least on the Spain side, showed up. Yamal, that's the biggest name. Obviously, I expected as well a little bit of Nico Williams to show up, but he had Kunde in front of him, and Kunde had a great game. I don't know about you guys, but
Mhm,
Kunde
mhm.
locked him down.
Yeah,
That's the side
yeah,
of
he
Kunde
did.
not see often, but
Yeah,
he really played well. It's not that Nico was under the level or anything. He really gave his best and still got locked up. So yeah, on the other side of the pitch, Yamal did the job. That goal
yeah.
was, oh my god, oh
That
my
was
god.
crazy.
I know we're gonna talk about it, but
World
at the
class.
time as well, he put it in. I think that just he just shut down France. He completely, that's a hit. That's a hit. You score first, they come back with two goal backs to back, and the first goal that they come back with is this just amazing goal. Even the second goal. But yeah, I
Yeah.
don't I don't want to talk too much because we can talk for days about this game. It was a great game.
I mean, yeah, it was an awesome game, man. And first half was crazy because they were just both kind of going at it. Obviously, France, we know their style; they want to sit back. But I think Spain just didn't allow them to. Spain just didn't allow them to sit back and just wait and be compact and stuff like that. They just didn't allow them to. And after France scored that first goal, I really thought it was going to be like just
Mm,
attack the defense for the rest of
yeah,
the game. And you can see it kind of like play out. We've seen it so many times. Spain will like attack the whole game, hit the post, hit the bar, whatever, and then France will end up winning 1-0. Like we've seen it happen. So that's why I was like, man, like I really hope that doesn't happen. But man, Spain came back straight away. They didn't panic. They didn't like their game didn't change, kept going. And then when you have guys that can score goals like that, I mean, man, that was and he was so nonchalant. He didn't even like like he didn't even wind up too hard.
outrageous.
Like he literally just like placed it. Like he didn't even take like a big run up. Like it was just so easy for him. But and then Omo as well, just killing Chouameni, breaking his hips, like destroying his hips.
It's just it took his soul, man. It's
He took everything. Man. He took everything from him, man. And
Just
yeah,
that one move, he opened up so much space. He had like all day, all
yeah,
day. He was going in anyway, no
yeah,
matter what.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, he was going in anyway. Yeah, as soon as he shot that, that was going in. And yeah, man, good game. Second half, obviously, it wasn't as intense. They had to like calm down. Like you could tell, like they were tired, from that first half, so they had to calm down a little bit. But shout out to some unsung heroes, man, like Fabian Ruiz. Like where has this been? Where has this been? Like he went to PSG, I think it was like a couple of years ago, with a kind of, I wouldn't say a big reputation, but like people were expecting a lot because he did well in Spain. He did well at Napoli before that, and nothing. Didn't do anything. Like this year, I mean, he did okay towards the end of this year, but he wasn't great. But that's a different player right now. Like he's playing, like some of the stuff he's doing, like it's like I don't even recognize him, man. I don't recognize him at all. And yeah, he did really well. Nacho coming in did really well. Navas as well. After Mbappe took him that first time, we were like, oh, he's gonna have
He's gonna have a long day.
He's gonna have a long day. But he came back, man. He worked hard until he got injured. Like the intensity was too high.
The body couldn't handle it.
Yeah, he's 38, so yeah, it's tough. So yeah, man. Yeah, they play really well, Spain, and I mean they've been the best team. They've won all the 6 games they've played. I think apparently it's like a record.
Wow.
The first team to do that. So yeah, the final is gonna be exciting. But yeah, Jan, what did you think?
Bro, like just like you guys, man, that was an epic game. The before the game, what I was thinking is the worst thing that could happen to this game is France scoring first.
Yeah,
because I could see them score first and then just park the bus, just like you said, man, just trying to just be as conservative as possible and just hold on to that lead for the longest. But again, just like you said, the Spanish just did not allow him to do that. Bro, that first half was a clinic of football.
Yeah.
Just the interchange of play from the Spanish team around the French box, just the one touch, two touch movement. Just even Morata, when you think of Morata, you're thinking he's just going to be that lump up front that doesn't move much, but he was everywhere. Yeah. Defensively, that first half was a clinic.
Yeah,
of football. I haven't seen football like that in a while. Like
true.
I'm talking about the great Barcelonas and stuff like that. That was just there. And you see, like a player like Dani Olmo, who's only in the team because Pedri is injured. If Pedri was fit, it wouldn't be starting. That's criminal, man, to have that guy on the bench. But I mean, I understand because Pedri is also a baller, right?
He's a baller, yeah.
But Dani Olmo, man, every time he's come on this tournament, it's been the difference for that Spanish team. And yeah, so we go and a great cross from Mbappe, who for the first 15 minutes, I was thinking, bro, this guy is giving me Mbappe vibes from 2022 World Cup final right now. He was monstrous, man. Like we said, man, Navas, man. I was thinking, oh boy, like put a 38-year-old guy against Mbappe. He's gonna have a long day, man. And like from the get-go, the guy just gets booked and stuff. Like I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be a long day, but hey, he uses experience as well.
Yeah,
but yeah, just after 15 minutes, Mbappe faded as well. You can
I
don't think Mbappe was fit this tournament because
no.
The typical example, when he cut in the second half, I think it was when he cut in, that is Mbappe's bread and butter. That like 9.5 times out of 10, just the ball is in the back of the net, or at least it's hitting the target.
Yeah.
So because he has always been in that mode where you just don't even think about it no more. It just becomes mechanical. It just becomes natural. But I feel like he was thinking about it too much. That's why he scuffed it. And then when you're not 100% fit, that's when you have these kind of things that come into your mind as well. I don't think it was fit, but hey, this Spanish team in the first half, they blitzed France, man. France didn't know what to do.
Really?
You can see the difference between the difference between Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams on that left hand side is that Lamine Yamal at 16, and that is scary, understands that he doesn't have to beat a man every time. Look at the goal. It was just shift to the left and then let me put that. He didn't have to beat that man. He just needed to move him. Just move the man. Don't beat him. And at 16 is scary.
It's
for man to understand that, you know what I mean? Nico Williams on the other side is a little bit different. He just wants to take you on, go past you, and before you can do something. But I mean, man understands that you don't have to go all the time. And for a 16-year-old, it's scary. I think his birthday was today, something yesterday, something.
Saturday.
Tomorrow. Okay, there you go. So,
and to echo that real quick, towards the end of the game, he made a foul and he got a yellow for that foul. dude, as soon as he made that foul, I was like, "There's no way a 16-year-old knows when
We'll
to
think about that. Yeah, we'll think about that. Yeah.
And it's not even just a 16-year-old winger. It's not like he's a midfielder
right,
or
yeah,
defender where they will probably teach you how to do that.
Right.
But as a winger, nobody's telling you need to make
Nobody.
tactical
Right,
fouls.
right.
You know, like it's crazy. It's mad, man. But like just to touch back on France and Mbappe and Deschamps, like I feel like this should be the end now for Deschamps. Like, I mean, he's
Right.
I think
done.
it will be. I think it will be. I think they have Zidane in a
Lining up,
background.
yeah.
For it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what Zidane's been waiting for. To be honest,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was just been waiting for that job.
But you know, they're talking about at least giving him until the World Cup. Same
That's
with
what I said.
Gareth Southgate as well. That's what I've been seeing around. That's scary though.
That's scary because I mean, like obviously Mbappe didn't have a great tournament and whatnot, but you have the Mbappes and like I mean Dembele is a he's a nutter. You never know what you're gonna get from him. But
Is what,
you
is
still
what
have,
it is.
you have people coming. You have people like Olise coming. You have guys, very attacking guys. I mean, Thuram didn't play well, but he's a good player. Colomwani,
Barcola, I think Barcola.
Barcola is a very good player. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Barcola is a
scary,
very
that's
good player.
scary, yeah.
You have people coming and
Emery Zaire, is it Zaire
Zaire
Emery?
Emery, yeah. You got
That guy
guys
is
coming and you got
full of-
attacking guys coming. And I mean, this guy's been there for 12 years. I didn't even realize. I thought he started in 2016, but he started in 2012. He's been there
Look at
for
2012, I think this was his fourth tournament, right? Or fifth tournament with a team.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he would have been, right? Because if he started in 2012,
I think he's played two finals.
2 World Cups. No, 3
Yeah,
World Cups.
I mean, we have to think about that, but yeah, I think but
Yeah.
he's been there for a long time, and it's the same
Yeah.
with Southgate as well. He's been there for a long time too.
For a long
This is-
time, too.
This was Southgate's fourth tournament as well. So
Bro,
Yes.
yeah,
that's
just to
insane.
put it into perspective. But yeah, just I agree with what you said as well, Thierry. It was it Thierry or Fred who said that? I think it's Freddie who said that. Yeah, Joe Kunde is a good player, man. That to lock off that kid, he was not scared of him at all. He was going with him all the way.
Yeah.
And,
Toe to toe.
and it's not even like Nico Williams had a bad game. He was trying, he was doing things, but I think
Exactly.
I can only remember Nico Williams going past him once, and he didn't go nowhere after that. So yeah, but I mean, just as a whole thing, I think Danny almost should give Tchouaméni's soul back now. I think it's been long enough right now because like guy needs his soul to live, man. That is criminal.
My guy
Criminal.
got mind, bro. His stomach got messed up, man.
Before even doing that, the first touch,
Oh yeah. To set it up.
the way he just picked it out from the air and then brought it down and then just faked. Oh,
Just
my
think,
God.
yeah. And that's the thing with Omo
that's
because like obviously you have like you said, if Pedri wasn't injured, he wouldn't have played. And you see the difference kind of with him and Pedri. Obviously, Pedri is a baller too. It's a very tough choice for that number 10. But like those Spanish 10s are usually very silky, very technical. But they're not usually very athletic. They're usually very static. They don't have pace. They can't really dribble past anybody. Like they just rely on their kind of their brain and their technical ability. But this guy is fast. This guy he's not the strongest, but like he's strong enough. Like he's athletic and he also has the technical abilities.
He does.
And
I think why Pedri is ahead of him. It's just probably. I mean, it's close, like you said, but I think it's just on the passing side. Pedri is a better passer.
Pedri is a better passer for sure.
Yeah. So that would be probably why. But I mean, it's just a toss up, man. I mean, it should really like when you have two players like that. It should really depend on the kind of game you guys are going to play.
Exactly.
So one would be more like against France, for example. Olmo was perfect because you need a 10 that is also going to match the physicality of what France is going to bring. And Olmo was a perfect guy for that. I know we're talking in hindsight, but I mean, yeah, perfect. I mean, that was a perfect game from Spain. Second half, Spain sat back a little bit. They just sat on the rows that took out their kids towards the end. And when I say kids, I mean it's probably disrespectful, but and then put on some experience and just game management, man. They just managed the game, and then just to be honest, France, they went really.
They
didn't have anything up front. They didn't create no chance. There wasn't like danger at all. There wasn't.
Even right at the end, you're just waiting for the kitchen sink to be thrown.
Right.
Like,
They couldn't even do that.
Yeah, they couldn't do that. There was no. They barely had any chances, like clear cut chances, apart from that Mbappe chance. But yeah, I mean, I can't remember anything else. I don't remember Unai Simon just having to pull out amazing saves here and there. No, I mean, it was just typical. It was just a mirror image of the tournament right now because they've just took that pragmatic route and it just came out to bite them in the ass in the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but fantastic game as a semi-final. We were waiting for a bit of excitement, and we definitely got it here. And, all right, guys, let's move on to the second half of the semi-finals, which saw England play Holland. What a game that was as well, man! I mean, in a different kind of game.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, but just to be fair, I'm gonna hold my hand up. We've been critical and we've been very deep on Southgate, and I'm not saying he did anything great here, but he did make the good change for Watkins to come on.
Bro, don't give him no credit. These are the most obvious changes.
Like, I know, but we've been
giving the credit though. You have to give him the credit because
you have to give him a little bit.
Come on,
he has not done it before. He's not done it before, man.
Exactly.
So if he doesn't make those calls, like if
it was perfect timing, it was the he could have put what's his name, Tony, and Tony would have not been the right guy for it. He needed somebody that would make that run. Nobody else but Watkins make that run.
Yeah. Nobody else but Watkins makes that run. Nobody else but Watkins, at least for England, scores that goal. I agree with that. Now, the thing is, this is something we've been asking of him since group stage. And then all of a sudden it does it, it works. Obviously, it's going to work because everybody's been seeing it. And you know what? I'm not going to take his credit.
We're not saying that. We're not saying that.
So much hate, man.
Right? I don't want no credit for this dude.
We're not saying that is the next reincarnation of Pep Guardiola. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that give him credit for what he did there. Just for that. You have to give him something. You can just criticize him when he does it and then criticize him when he does not. I mean, come on, man. You have to be fair a little bit.
The only thing I can say to that is, you know what? Hey, let him have his credit, but it's not going to come from me. That's all I can say.
I think that's harsh. I think that's a personal attack. I think it's just
I don't want you guys to get any idea. This guy should be on my knee,
Yeah,
we do not appoint him, so you gotta speak to your board about that. This is what we wish for. This is what we wish for, but we're not the ones going to appoint him. Talk to your board about that. No, I mean, I think it's been extremely harsh on the man. I mean, we've criticized him for not doing it. Today, and then we say, no, he's not getting any credit. Doesn't really make sense for me. But anyway, just carry on with your point, man. Carry on with your point.
I will say he did the obvious. Once again, he did the obvious. He did what
doesn't matter, though. Doesn't matter.
It's true. It doesn't matter. He did it. That's why people are gonna remember and they're gonna sing his praises, right, over one game. But I do think, like, again, this is something we should have seen before. If we did see it before, they would have had a much better course to the final. But they're there now. So it wipes everything away. I did not see England there. I did not even see them beat Netherlands. Netherlands started the game so well. And I don't know what happened. As soon as Depay got injured, the game went so flat on the end. They just couldn't create nothing else. And that had me so frustrated because I'm like, dude, ain't you going to look at your bench a little bit? Ain't you going to do something? Like, you brought in Weghorst in second half. Yes, he's been your game changer until now, but it wasn't that kind of game. It was a game when you needed energy. You needed to go at these guys and show them, like, look, we can. Does he have
that on the bench though? Because, like, I mean, this Netherlands squad just
they're limited.
It's very limited. Like, I mean, when you look at the squad, like, even the guys on the, like, we were critical about them on in the midfield area. To be honest, what's his name? Reinders or something?
Reinders,
yeah. He surprised me. I didn't think it was that good. No, but he's not like exceptional.
No,
like the man in midfield that they probably turned to is Xavi Simons, who is an excellent player, but like, man is still young too. Like, I don't even think he's 22. So I mean, there are the problems there. Cody Gakpo is not like is not a number 9.
It's not.
You know, the pay is washed out. To be honest with you,
it really is.
It's not a decent tournament, but like on the bench, who do you really have apart from Don Wade, who we're going to talk about?
We got a new man. Xerxes was around.
I was disappointed that didn't play Xerxes.
He didn't trust Xerxes,
I mean,
so
Xerxes was there.
But to me, he's a limited player for me. I mean,
I don't think he's a great player.
He's not amazing, but He's not.
It would have been
he's
the
better
perfect
at-
replacement for Depay at the time because that's what Depay does. Depay is like
Yeah.
a little bit game player, a little bit, attacking.
You know, we have to give these managers a little bit of credit, man. They see these guys every day.
That's
If
true.
it felt like the whole tournament, if it felt like Xerxes is not like ready for it, and then so I mean I don't know, man. I mean Xerxes, yes, he can do a job, but we're just talking hindsight right now. I don't
That's
know.
true, that's true.
What I was
Is
saying,
Xerxes better than Depay? Is he?
No. Depay got injured.
I understand that, but maybe he was looking for something different.
yeah, I see that, but like at the same time, like he brings on a midfielder for Depay getting.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Bring on a
saying.
defensive
He
mid.
completely killed their options up front.
Yeah,
From that
I
point
mean, like,
on, they didn't have any option up front. And that's what I'm saying. Xerxes would have been a better option because he plays 10 and 9. And that's just from highlights I've seen from him. I haven't followed the
or
player
even
too
you
much.
can put Vegas in the first half, but like
Right.
you bring on a defensive mid, and that guy didn't do anything. Like he was
He
just
didn't
like
do
passing
anything.
sideways and back. And like you bring on a defense, you put Malen up top. I mean, Malen is not a striker at
He's
all.
not a 9 at
Yeah.
all. I was so surprised with that.
I didn't get that, especially that you started the game well, like Freddie said, and you score an early goal
Let's go first.
against a team that is. I mean, obviously they have better players than you, but they're not playing great. So why do you randomly start sitting back and allowing them to have the ball? And I mean, props to England, like they took it on. They were like, okay, you're letting us play, and we're gonna play, and they played well. Like that first half, the second half was a nothing affair, to be honest. But first half, England played well. Like they created nice chances. They should have scored maybe even 2 goals out of that first half. Like Foden, so unlucky on the line. I know Holland had a couple of chances too. But yeah, so they England played well, but I was disappointed. I thought England was gonna win the game, so I'm not surprised at the result. But I was disappointed at Holland. I thought they would put up a bigger fight. Like they are limited, yes, but Slovakia is limited. Who else did they play? Switzerland, they're limited. They're a good team, but like, what do they have really? If you look at their roster, they don't really have like amazing guys. Like Holland has better players than Switzerland. So to come and kind of go over Whimper, like Cody Gakpo did nothing. You could see that he was scared of Walker. You could tell he didn't even try to go at him once. Like you could tell he was scared of Walker.
I think it's criminal that like someone like Frimpong didn't even get like
exactly. You have Frimpong on the bench. You have Frimpong on the bench.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, he's made some bad choices as well, and he's gonna have to answer to the critics as well. Like, that's not. But I'm just saying that. In terms of the striker issues, like I mean, for me, Xerxes. I mean, we'll see him next year, but from what I've seen of him, I don't think it was going to change anything. Even when he came on towards the end, he didn't even touch the ball, did he? Like he was just running around like a headless chicken. I don't know. But I mean, it's not a personal attack against him per se. But I'm just saying, just for that aspect, that's it. But I mean, yeah, like he had a few players on the bench, but is that he has no number 9 per se apart from actually Weghorst. I mean, I see the Bergwijn who used to play for Tottenham. I mean, they're still on the bench as well. But I mean, even man like Gravenberch from Liverpool. I mean, he was supposed to be the next big thing, right? What happened? How can he not get in this Holland team? So I think the mentality of Holland when they came into this game, they came in as the underdogs and they knew that, but they just came in with that mentality. So they did not. So they did not. They just came for a result. But they didn't come to just thinking like, oh, we can beat these guys. We're better than them.
Right. And you can tell with the goal they conceded at the last minute. It's like they were like, oh yeah, we did it. We can go to extra time.
They were just waiting for
the attitude of the defender was pretty much like that. How are you gonna keep your? I mean, it's easy to say now, but you're defending somebody. Why are you not close to him? Especially that you know he's alone right there. You're expecting him to turn around and go, which is what most striker will do. But it took you by surprise because in your mind you're like, oh yeah, it's done. That's what I felt like, But to your point, you're right.
I didn't actually think that he should have went with him though. But I think if he played smart, he would have played him offside.
Offside.
But I think it was just scared, and he went with him, and that gave Oli Watkins the advantage for me. I mean, I'll probably have to look at it again, but just from what I remember. That's what a finish. Yeah, definitely. It was just sharp. It was just quick, man. It was just this is just what a classic number 9. It's just first thing you want to do is just try and find your little bit of space and just strike on goal. And then if you put it in the right area, that's gonna go in. But let's talk about one of the main topic of the game, which was that penalty. What do you think about that?
I think
I mean,
go ahead.
go ahead. Okay, yeah, I mean, I think it's harsh. I can see why you give it, or people say, oh, if it's a foul, if it's outside the box, it's a foul, so it should be a foul. But I do think there should be a higher threshold in the box. Not everything that's a foul outside the box should be a foul in the box, because the box gives you a PK, you know. So I do think there should be a higher threshold as well. But at the same time, if you look at the replays, it's Kane that kicks him. It's Harry Kane that kicks after shooting. His momentum takes him. Yeah, after shooting, his momentum of Harry Kane takes him into the foot of Dumfries. Dumfries didn't hit him. It's not like Kane shot and Dumfries came and like whacked him. Like Dumfries put his leg out to block, and then Kane shot, and Kane's momentum took him into Dumfries. So it's like, as a defender, what do you do? Like, do you have to cut your leg to like remove it from the guy? Like, what?
Exactly.
Like, or do you not go to try and block the shot? Like, it's kind of like, it's harsh. I feel like it's harsh.
It's unfair.
Yeah, I can see why you give it, because it kicked him. It's a foul. Yeah, outside the box you would give it, fine. But it's so harsh. It's so harsh for a defender, because you just like, I mean, you can't do anything then. You can't really do anything. So
should you just stand there and watch him strike? And the funny thing is, you know, it's one thing that Kane is the one that hits him. The other thing is that it was a 50-50 ball anyway. So usually they give it to the person that gets to it first. And he got to it first, and he shot. He literally shot. And the aftermath is what happened with the 50-50. So you mean to say, when anybody's going to jump in the air fighting for a header, and the one that gets it heads it away, and the other one falls to the ground, then it's a foul automatically just because somebody lost a challenge or came in late? You know, in a sense, like, you cannot use that rule everywhere else in the field. That's the problem for me, and that's why I think it wasn't supposed to be a penalty. And on the spot, the referee didn't say anything. It was just when the pressure and VAR said, "Oh, you should take a look." We all know everything in slow motion looks worse. So I don't get it. I don't get why the call was made, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, what I can say about that, like, for me, whether it's a foul or not, it's like, it's up to the ref. So for me, it could have gone either way, but it should have been the ref's decision on that part, because it's not clear and obvious. Even if VAR sees it, they can actually see that it's not a clear and obvious error that the ref has done for not blowing for the penalty right there.
Right.
Because the foul, because the foul is open to interpretation. It's open to, like you say right now. It's actually Kane that kicked it. It's the follow through of Kane that went into Dumfries' foot, right? And I can agree with that, but I can also think about, if it's outside the box and I get to the ball first and someone kicks me, that guy is late. That can be considered as a late tackle as well. Yes, I understand that, you know, in the box there should be a threshold in that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the referee's decision, whether he had blown for a penalty or not, should have stood. And in this case, he did not blow for a penalty. So VAR has no business to get involved when it's not clear and obvious. That gave a massive advantage to England. And I understand why the Holland players, and they were not happy. They're still not happy today. I see Virgil van Dijk still talking about it.
Yeah. But I mean, it was a lot of luck for England, but I mean, it didn't decide the game. Holland was just.
It didn't.
They were just. It doesn't decide the game, but it changes the momentum of the game as well, though.
It does. It was early on. Again, for me, it was early on.
England needs to find another way to score. Look, there was the game was the goal was was scored in the 18th minute, right? They didn't score another goal till the 90th. So you see what I mean? So if they didn't get that goal, would they have found a way to get a goal? I mean, hindsight is 2020, so it's beautiful to talk about after the fact. But yes, they were playing well, but they weren't having many chances. Harry Kane was again a passenger. Harry Kane is not making any runs. He's always coming short.
He's injured.
So why play him? You know, that's the thing about Kane.
He's on the field. He's on the field because of his name. That's all.
Yeah, it's Harry Kane.
And the thing is, as a great coach, and we can't even say that as a rule, but as a good enough coach, or even the fact that you've been with this guy so long, can't you put this guy to the side and be like, dude, you're clearly not at your best. Let's give the chance to the other ones. Now, I understand he's your captain. Okay, so there's a certain amount of time he has to play, but take him off every game at 60 minutes. We've seen that before, and sometimes he works pretty well, especially that you got the weapons on the bench to come and actually change the game. So although he gets his credit, at the same time, while he gets credit, he also gets more criticism because, dude, what are you doing? You should have done better from the start. And even in this game, you should have done better.
Man,
So-
you just hate the guy, man.
I don't rate him at all. I don't rate him at all. I'm sorry.
Bro, that's 2 finals, 1 semi-final and 1 quarter-final, man. Who cares
Yeah.
who cares what the hell you're talking about?
Of course.
You don't
But
rate-
guess what? Guess what?
You don't rate him, but he has the CV to prove himself. You see what I mean? So I
And
mean, people
let's see.
let's see what-
Let's see who takes him after this tournament. That's one thing. The second thing is, if he loses this final,
Nah.
everything else is wiped off. Everything else is wiped off if he
Bro, he
loses
still
this
goes down
final.
as one of the best managers England has ever had.
Well, yeah, of
On
course,
paper.
with the best generation. Because that's
With
the
what?
thing most people are not going to mention, of course.
Come on, man.
I don't know, that wasn't the best
2004 to
I don't know,
2016. That was England's like golden era with all the Beckhams, Gerrard, Lampard,
Yeah.
all those
Rooney.
Rooney, Owen. That was their golden generation. They didn't do nothing.
This one
So-
wasn't. This was a good generation.
He's had a good group. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. This group is exceptional. On paper, man, whatever you feel about him as a person, on paper, it's just the numbers don't lie, man. The guy's got a CV, bro. And
Bruh.
just off that CV, he will get a decent job, man. United. But
I don't
yeah,
think. I don't think so. I don't think.
He's not a guy, he's security.
Like, the only if he gets a United job is because of connections. I don't think any other decent team.
it doesn't matter how he gets it. It doesn't matter.
No,
It
no, he
doesn't
won't. That's what I'm
matter.
saying. He won't get any job from qualification.
Because of his qualities.
Yeah, he will get it for connections. Like,
And let's not even lie to ourselves, guys. We know it.
Look, this is us. This is us. Let's talk about this. This is us looking from outside, looking in, right?
yeah,
From inside, these players that are with him, I haven't seen one guy, even ex-players. I was also, what's his name? Ashley Young today on TalkSport, saying that he wants him to carry on whether he wins the Euro or not. He wants him to be the coach for the World Cup. You know, so people outside are against this guy, but inside they love him. The players love him.
I mean,
No, but it doesn't take away the fact that he's
that's
not-
not
People
even-
is gonna get hired according to that, according to what. So, like, if
By
for
who?
example,
Somebody's
it
gonna
goes
hire
to
him.
if I'm just saying, I'm saying United to tease you guys, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if your board wants to hire, they're looking for a manager, right? And then they want to hire anybody, and then they go to Luke Shaw. Oh, how's your international manager? You think Luke Shaw's gonna bash him? No, he's gonna be like, no,
No,
listen.
he's not. He's not.
Look. The thing is, he's already has good graces at Man U. He knows Dan Ashworth. He's friends with Dan Ashworth. So the Man U thing is his connection is already good. But there's no way a club where he has no connections, a Chelsea, a Liverpool, or whatnot.
That's right.
Like, let's say they were looking for a manager. There is absolutely no way. Let's say, I don't
They're
know.
not looking for him.
Yeah,
He's
there's
not
absolutely
really-
no way if Liverpool, let's say, we're still looking for a manager, they're going to Trent and say, oh, what do you think of Southgate? And hire Southgate of what Trent tells it, oh, he's a good guy in the lock. There's no way. There's no way. There's
I'm
no
just
way.
saying
that
he's got some weight and that
I see what you're saying.
and his records.
Yeah.
And his records.
I see what you're saying. You know what?
Come
That's the
on,
thing,
man.
that's
His
the
record
thing.
is there. I'm not even defending him. I can't even.
I'm not exactly.
the record is there. You're right.
You're right. The thing is, he cannot go down as a complete failure of England, no matter what the media has done to him so far. That's true. He has the record. He took that team to levels, to stages, to where England could even believe in the team again. You know, but the thing is, like, if you are just a fan of soccer, you can see that this guy is not a great tactical coach. Yes, he's a good man's person to be there, and everybody gonna vouch for him and unite around him and follow his lead. But
That's what I
as
say
a
about
tactical,
Ancelotti.
you say?
That's what I say
No,
about
Ancelotti
Ancelotti.
he has the tactics that everybody can see. You know, everybody can
I'm
see.
just saying, man. I'm just saying. That's what I say about him. Let's
You
say
saw
Ancelotti doesn't even take training. His assistant take training, but he's a good man's manager. That's what Ancelotti is. Everybody says that about him.
At
No,
least
I
he
mean,
made-
I've seen
It's
so many
different, man.
tactical
It's
changes
different.
from him that have changed
Yeah.
games. So
Hey, that's what the people
I've seen one.
that work with him. That's what they said. They say he doesn't take training. He
No,
always
that's
lets
true.
I can see that. And you know what? The only thing I can say to that is that we're talking here about club level football. they see you like so often. So maybe yes, for the majority of those games, you're not the one making all the tactical changes and all that. You're focusing more on the people. But personally, I've seen in games Ancelotti make changes that change the game and win the game. For Southgate, I've seen one, and that was the other day.
In the semi-final of the Euros.
Well, how many
In the
chances has he
semi-final
had?
of the Euros.
How many chances has he
Semi-final
had?
of the Euros. That's it. That's big. That is big,
Yeah,
bro.
Is that another semi
Listen.
at the World Cup?
I'm just playing devil's advocate, man. You cannot bash this guy all day when he has a
No,
record.
I give him his flowers for this game. Because he made the
It's
change.
just game, man.
It was an
There's
obvious
no-
change, you can say, but he made the change. He could have put Tony on. He could have done something dumb. He made the change. He also obviously put Cole Palmer on. He could have done something else. Could have put, I don't know, Gordon. I don't know. He made the changes. The two subs he put on, linked up, scored the goal to get him to a final. Another final. So the record is there. They've been poor. They've been ugly. They've been whatever you want, but they're in the final. And I actually think they're going to win it. I think they're going to win it.
What they are too. We gotta get
Yeah, I think they're going to win it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't think so, man. I'm all for Spain.
let's ask our viewers, man, guys. If you're listening to us, please tell us, man. Give us your opinion. What do you think of Gareth Southgate? Is it a good manager? Is it a bad manager? According to his record, I mean, what do we base ourselves on when we're talking about good or bad managers? So please, give us your 2 cents and let us know who do you side with on this in this argument. All right, but guys, let's go ahead and move on from that, and let's talk about the final. Actually, that was a good segue. And the big final on Sunday, England against Spain. Well, I think we all agree that Spain has been the best team in the tournament, and they deserve to be there. England, not so much, but somehow they're there too. It looks like, for me, England is peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
The performances are coming out at the right time for them.
Yes.
I want Spain to win, but I got a bad feeling about this. Well, when I say bad feeling, I think it's coming home.
I think it's coming home. I think they will not play well. They might have a good 20, 30 minutes. But that's what they need. I mean, at the end of the day, the thing is with this England team, unless they're playing France, maybe Portugal, they always have the better players. Yeah. They always have the better players. And when you have guys that they just need a moment. Like, look at Saka the other day. Just need a little. How does he thread that on the ground through so many legs? Bread and butter. He just needs a moment. Like, and he's been playing well. But again, he can come up with a moment. Kane obviously is not on his top form, but we know he's Harry Kane. He can come up with a moment. Bellingham, he can play. He can have the ugliest game. Like he did again last game, by the way. He was ugly.
I mean, Foden played, but Foden was more dangerous. This was Foden's best game, and then you reward him by substituting him and keeping Foden.
Right. And he came close to scoring a couple of times.
Yeah, Foden. Yeah. I don't know why you take off Foden to keep Bellingham, but I guess it's for those moments. He can produce a moment out of nothing to win the game, and I think that's what it's gonna be. Spain is by far the better team. We've seen it. I think they'll put it on England. They'll do like they did with Spain, with France there. Put it on them first half. England's going to be all over the place. Spain might get even a goal and go 1-0 up. But one thing you can say about this England team, they've shown character. I mean, they've gone down like every game. They've come back. I think in the knockouts, they've gone down every game, if I'm remembering correctly. They've come back to win every game. So I think they're gonna sweat through it. It's gonna be ugly. They're gonna throw the kitchen sink, put Tony on, put Watkins on, throw 5 subs that it's just pick them up like you don't even care about tactics or nothing. Just go on, do something. I think that's what's gonna do, and I think somebody will do something, or maybe 2 people do something to win the game, and it's gonna be disgusting, and we're all gonna be mad.
Oh wait, man, we're all gonna cry. That's such a sad ending. Like
it is. It's gonna be a sad ending.
Agree with your story,
huh?
I say you don't even agree with your story. Like,
what do you mean?
Like,
that ends, bro. It's football at the end of the day. Like the better team, the team that's done well, the team that played well, like doesn't always win. And we've seen it with Real in the Champions League. How many times do they get absolutely outplayed and they still win the game? And that's literally England has been Real Madrid this tournament. They've been Real Madrid.
I'll tell you this: when Barcelona was at this peak, we saw both the greatest football
We did.
wins and trophies, and if you just felt so right, and I feel like this Spanish team right now, they can pull this off, man. I see what you're saying, and I do think it's a close game. I'm not saying Spain is gonna come and just ravage them, but I think like it's gonna be a repeat of the Germany game where it's tight, but eventually the best thing will prevail because they're the best team. They will find holes. They will find a way to break this team. And the thing about Spain is that
Man.
they haven't conceded too many goals. Laporte he does what he does. He's not like commanding, and he's not just like all there, but he just does
smart.
the right
He's
thing.
just
He's
smart.
so smart.
Yeah.
You don't even see him. You don't even know he's there because he's so clean with everything he does, you know. So, man, it's gonna be a close game, but I feel like, man, when it's gonna count? You said England has those guys that can change the game. And guess what? Spain has too. That's why I got into the final. They got the Yamals, the Nikos, the Moratas. That's changing games, you know. So
And off the bench as well. They have monstrous people that can come off the bench. Oyazabal or whatever is there. They have a few players on the bench that can come in. And you know, I just had an epiphany right now. I mean, listening to you guys talking. Spain's gonna smash him 2-0, man.
Let's
It would be so wrong if England won that, right?
It'll be ugly. I feel like they will do it. It'll be so sad and so wrong, but
it'll be disgusting, man.
it'll be so ugly, man, because they've been so bad. They've been so shambolic. But I mean, yeah, Spain's gonna. It'll be good though. I hope they both come out. Go on.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, you know, the comparison with the Real Madrid is not the best one because it's England. They can crumble anytime, and yes, we haven't seen them crumble like they did before in the past, as we know them to do. But do they have the minerals for this? Is that the mentality? Is that really what they've shown us? I feel like it's been a lot of winging it and you know, moments. Even then, they didn't seem like they were confident in those moments coming to life, and it came and it was like, oh yeah, we seized it kind of thing. But I don't think, man. I think Spain coming into this final 6 wins, they are extremely confident. They play the best teams in the tournament. They are experienced. They have the youth. Like, they're going to give you a game, man. I think they want to win this as bad as England wants to, even though it hasn't been as long for them. But the way they started this thing, I think it's the same way they're going to end it.
Do you start with Luke Shaw or do you stay with Trippier?
I start with Trippier. I don't think Shaw is fit. I think max 45 minutes for him. So I start with Trippier, put Shaw on at halftime.
Like he did, yeah.
Yeah, like he did. And then, the rest will just pick itself. Obviously, Bellingham honestly should not start, but he will. Harry Kane.
It's going to be the same lineup. You know it's going to be the same lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be the same lineup.
You know who's starting.
Exactly. It's going to be
starting. What I can comment, Southgate about is he seems to have found the formula to play that 3 at the back thing. Like, it's just like we've never saw that coming, but since he started playing that, they seem to be playing better. Like, you know, 3 at the back, and to have the wing backs as well, with Saka on one side and who plays on the other side?
Trippier.
Trippier plays the other side. It seems to work for them right now. We've seen Foden play well in that system, and the key for them to win this game is going to be a good feel for them, because technically it's probably the only one in that team that can match those Spanish guys. You know, but like I said, I just had an epiphany because when I'm looking at Spain, like, I'm looking at Rodri busting that placement and like Rodri for me should win. Rodri for me should win the Ballon d'Or. I'm looking at maybe Nico will struggle against Kyle Walker's pace, but I mean, I'm sure Trippier will get destroyed. He'll probably get hooked at halftime. Like you said. I mean, they're gonna have to be really tight. And are they gonna be? I mean, like I'm saying, France is renowned for their defense. If even they could not stop this interchange around the box, how is England gonna do it? I mean, I know John Stones they like to blow him up. I don't think he's like world class, center back. I think this tournament he hasn't been England's best center back. Mark Gay has been.
A newcomer.
Declan Rice, he just runs around like a headless chicken. He wants to do everything and ends up doing not much at the end of the day in this tournament. Declan Rice is my guy. This tournament, I didn't recognize him too much, man. Maybe 1 or 2 games where we play well, but like he's just running around like a headless. I think he wants to do too much. He wants to be everywhere at the same time. But then when he gets the ball, he doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
And but I mean, that's no criticism of him per se. It's just the whole team has been bad.
Yeah.
And midfield, we know it's Spain's bread and butter. It's just a school of tiki taka, just keeping the ball. And the thing about this Spain team as well is like, and the France game was showing it too. When it was time to give the ball up and just keep it tight. Sorry, just keep it tight. And see out a result. They were able to do it. And that's one of the best in the world. So yeah, I'm changing my mind. 2-0 Spain.
Let's go. Let's go. Football wins, man.
Football wins.
We'll see.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up then. If you guys don't have any more things to say about this, we can't wait for Sunday. And please, people, if you're watching us, just give us your thought, man. Who do you think is gonna win? Give us a thought about what we talked about today. I know we've been there have been a few disagreements, so let us know who you agree with and give us your thought, and give us your prediction as well for the final. And we'll see you after the final, guys.
Yes,
again, it's been good, man. See each other in the next video, and we'll talk about the Copa America. Let's watch out for that.